Coming up now on Animal Outtakes.
We don't want to have to say no. When someone calls us and says hit by car, I could say, yep, bring them in, and we'll take care of it because that fund is there.
We'll show you a program that gives animals a second chance at life and introduce you to one of the program's recipients. And this tiny pup is in training to become a future guide dog, but it's her puppy raiser who is learning some important skills as well.
This is Hope. She's our 9th guide dog that we've raised.
And we'll get up close, a little too close.
This has the density of a human bone, so if he really wanted to come down on your finger.
Ooh. This and much more straight ahead on Animal Outtakes. Hello and welcome to Animal Outtakes. I'm Marcia Panucci and this is my trusted canine co-host, Zeus. It's something we don't like to see, animals who are abused and mistreated, but it is a sad reality. Dog fighting is a federal offense in all 50 states. The American Pit Bull is the most common dog used in dog fighting in the U.S. You are about to see the impact this form of torture can have and what one organization is doing to help give those animals who are homeless or victims of animal cruelty a new life. You wouldn't be able to tell now, but it was just a year ago when Sunset here was near death. We have to figure that she was a bait dog from the way she looked when she came in.
Absolutely true. She has the typical signs of a bait dog. She was used for breeding, maybe 2 times, never know. And she has the totally wounds of a bait dog. Bite marks all over. The ear was totally ripped apart. A few teeth are missing. And you still could see the marks around her mouth where they duct taped her.
A bait dog is used to train other dogs to fight. And this is what Sunset looked like when she was found dumped on Sunset Boulevard. She had severe wounds all over her body. But Sunset was about to get some help from the Gulf Coast Humane Society with a program called the Second Chance Fund.
It's enabled me as the director, when an animal comes in, like Sunset for instance, when she comes in, I may have to make a choice that maybe we have to euthanize because it's medically necessary. But because of that fund, I can say, okay, Sunset has all these injuries, but we can help her. It gives us that opportunity. We have the funds in that bank account that is dedicated just for medical expenses that are above and beyond our normal medical expenses.
The program is designed to help those animals who are sick and need extreme medical care. Many of the recipients are found abused and demand expensive surgeries or treatments in order to survive. The Second Chance Fund gives these animals an opportunity to recover, be adopted, and live a healthy and happy life. And do you think on some level she realizes she's got a second chance?
Every day.
Now Sunset is thriving. Ralph Sturm came every day for nearly 2 months until he could adopt her. The fact that Sunset had a rough start to her life didn't keep Ralph away.
With dogs they are like you raise them. If they are in the wrong hand and raised wrong, you get a dog which is not socialized, and that's the only problem.
Do you find that the forgiveness on their part is monumental to us who have created the problem?
It's more than monumental, I'm pretty sure. It's incredible.
Now, Sunny weighs, well, she's, pardon my
85 pounds.
I was going to say she is full-figured now.
Yeah.
She has a beautiful coat. She's a sandy color. She's got the pink nose. She might be a little bit red nose pit, a little bit.
Yeah.
And you figure that she's about 3 years old. So what is her health now, and what is her behavior now?
She is perfectly healthy. She still feels a little uncomfortable in areas she don't know. She's totally easy with all other dogs, with all other animals. We have 2 other dogs at home. We have a cat at home. No problems at all.
No aggression?
No, not at all.
How about with children? Has she been around children?
Yeah, you can put her in the kindergarten and she feels happy.
So once again, we debunked the myths about the pit bulls. So if somebody came up to you in that situation and saw you in Sunset and said, whoa, this is a pit bull, why did you do it? What would be your answer?
Why shouldn't I?
All the money donated into the Second Chance Fund goes directly to those animals who have been abused or neglected. These animals all can be placed in new homes and adopted. Sunset's owner hopes by telling her story, more people will understand that dogfighting is a national problem and to donate to your local humane society, many of which have this fund. And she sure is getting the word out there. Sunset is on Facebook and has nearly 3,000 followers. Here is another inspirational story for you. This is a story that shows it doesn't matter how old you are, you can have a big impact in an animal's life. There is no doubt puppies can be a lot of hard work, a 24-hour commitment. But what if you were raising a puppy that may grow up to have a very important role, being a guide dog? This next story shows us how all that responsibility paid off in a big way for all involved.
Sit. Good girl. And down. Jim was our first, and then Elvis, Eckerd, Reese, Petey, Sunshine, Summit, Christy, and Hope.
Jordan Kreisman and her family love dogs. In fact, in the past 7 years, they have raised 9 of them. The Kreismans are puppy raisers, and they are bringing up future guide dogs.
It's just been kind of like a great family thing. You get like sucked into doing it because, I mean, they're adorable and it's so much fun to work with them. And then especially when they make it to be guide dogs, it's just, it's so great. So yeah, it's like a vortex, we like to call it. Like you just get sucked into doing it over and over again once you start.
It all started when Jordan was just about 12 years old. She needed to do a volunteer project, and being familiar with the mission of the Southeastern Guide Dogs and her love of pups, well, it was an easy project for her to get behind, and one that her and her family continue.
It's just an incredible experience to know that something so small that you're doing in keeping a dog for a year and teaching them some commands can help change someone's life so much. It's just meeting any of the graduates from Southeastern who have their guide dog, and when they tell you their story and they tell you how much the dog helps them, it just warms your heart so much, and you can't help but cry knowing that you're a part of it.
These puppies are raised to help those with visual impairments, veterans with PTSD, and as therapy dogs. But before pups like Hope are old enough to go into more in-depth training, they need the basics. And that's where the puppy raisers come in.
You are responsible for their training, and so you want to make sure that you're doing all that you can to help these dogs succeed. You, as the puppy raiser, pretty much are teaching them sort of the more basic commands. So like sit, stay, down, stand, come, that sort of thing. Just so they get just nice like behavior. And then once you send them back to Southeastern, that's when they learn the more advanced training, like how to work, like how to walk on different environments and like in busy streets or like escalators, that sort of thing. But we just do more of the basic commands and like the socialization. So like taking them out and about, getting them used to being out in public places and that sort of thing.
Keeping the dogs for about a year, the Kreismans say the puppies are not the only ones learning some life skills.
It's taught the kids responsibility and selflessness and doing something for someone else, and you know what it's like to give of yourself and then have to give a part of that away. It kind of gives you empathy and teaches you that, that the world is about everyone and not just about you, or, and just what your impact can have on somebody's life as well.
Now that Jordan is away in college, she says being a puppy raiser is a family tradition that she plans on continuing.
And they've been a part of my life for so long now that it's almost weird to think about not having one anymore.
The folks at Southeastern Guide Dogs say they need about 250 puppy raiser volunteers every year. That's all thanks to Mother Nature. If you would like more information about becoming a puppy raiser and all that's involved, visit guidedogs.org. Coming up next on Animal Outtakes, oh, don't be fooled, this isn't just any turtle. We'll introduce you to some snapping turtles, and you'll get to see up close why their name suits them well. Stay with us. Ciao, amici! It's time for Carnevale de Cani, Top Dog 2017. Benefiting Dante's Den is the Carnival of Dogs. Join us at the Francis for an evening of great food and fun as dogs compete for the title of Best Dressed, Best Hair, Best Kiss, and Best Singer. Top Dog is a party for dog lovers and their four-legged best friends. Come celebrate our favorite pets at Top Dog 2017, Saturday, February 4th at 6:30 p.m.
People have asked me what it'll cost to restore all the corals back the way they remember. But I have to ask them, what will it cost if we don't do anything?
For thousands of years, we've been humans' best friend. You've been through a lot, and we've been right there with you. A dog is part of the family, a confidant, and a friend who always knows how to get into your heart. So what happens to our beloved companions when we can no longer care for them? This is why we've created Dante's Den, an innovative, state-of-the-art facility that will provide care for up to 100 dogs.
Dante's Den is a community for joyful dogs.
Millions of Americans face uncertainty when planning for the future of beloved pets who may well outlive them. Dante's Den is a charitable organization, so in whatever capacity you can, please lend your support so that we may continue this most wonderful work.
Dante and I would like to thank you for watching and for also opening up your hearts to our wonderful community of joyful dogs.
Learn about the many ways you could become involved by visiting dantesden.org.
Welcome back. Get ready to see a critter who is common to Florida, but one you may seldom see, and for good reason. The first thing you'll notice about Kong is his size. This is not a lightweight here, folks. He is enormous.
This is the famous alligator snapping turtle. This is the true alligator snapping turtle. He's very, very old, and he likes to bluff a lot. He's like a grumpy old man. Yeah. So I acquired him from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Department.
This prehistoric-looking reptile is the largest freshwater turtle in North America, and Troy needs a permit to own him since they are declining in the wild. That's one reason we seldom see them. But I learned there's another.
He's out of the water, and they never leave the water. Males never leave, ever. They don't come out in the sun, they don't come out. So they live weightless in the water their whole life. They even breed in the water. The only ones that come out are the females, and they only come out to lay eggs, and that's it.
His shell has been cracked or tampered with?
Yeah, when we got him, they said that this was probably, he had a little bit like a parasite or something, bacteria that got in there, and we treated all that.
Okay.
And we acquired him from the gentleman that brought him to his facility. He brought him in 1968 to his facility.
Oh.
All right, here we are, 2016, on the verge of 2017, and here he is still kicking. So, and he was already big then.
My.
So you can imagine his age.
In captivity, alligator snapping turtles have lived to be 70 or more years, and they typically weigh between 150 and 170 pounds. And old guy Kong here has apparently lived an exciting life.
This stuff here is from old fights. This is where he got in fights with other males during breeding, where they bite each other to fight for the female. So, with that being said, he's an old warrior.
He is aggressive then.
Yeah, in breeding, but to us, he doesn't want to bother us. If we were to be in the water with him, say we're swimming, unless we agitate this animal, as a general rule, they will not bother you.
But we can't say the same for the smaller Florida snapping turtles.
Normally, like, this is a little stick, it's gentle. I would touch my own face with it, just for the crowd. So if you just gently touch the animal a little bit, you'll see the mouth open up gently. And so what it does is, if any part gets touched and he feels it in there, he'll go. Did you see it?
Yes,
so he held onto that stick and he realizes, oh, that I didn't hurt him, so.
The Florida snapping turtle is much more aggressive than the alligator snapping turtle. When you see how vulnerable it is, it's easy to understand why.
So because they're so aggressive, we're going to be handling this guy very carefully. But if you look on the bottom of the shell, it's very small plastron, very, very small. They don't have a lot of protection here. See that?
Yes,
so they live
he's very vulnerable, isn't he?
He is very vulnerable. This is the Florida snapping turtle. So a lot of people you'll see grab them by the tail and pick them up. You should never do that. You should always get them up underneath the shell.
Okay.
Get up underneath and grab them by the very bottom of the plastron and carry them like this.
Wow.
It's the safest for the animal and yourself as well.
I think keep my hands off and stay my distance.
And oh yeah, you're eyeing us too, huh? Don't worry, we're staying safe here. But he just winked at me.
He did.
Not so bad.
He likes you.
I'm not sure how much he liked me, but after seeing how fast he grabbed a hold of that stick, I wasn't about to get too close. Snapping turtles roamed the earth with dinosaurs. The modern snapping turtle evolved over 40 million years ago. If you have a job, they'll get it done. But put your checkbook away. All this workaholic needs is a task to do. Coming up in Dog of the Week, we'll meet a border collie who is most happy when he's working. Stay with us.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman was a victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
The Border Collie is not only a smart dog, but also likes to have a job to do. They are one breed that continues to be employed herding livestock. And it's a job they do extremely well. Let's take a look.
This is Temmie. He is a Border Collie. He is a little different looking maybe than what you see in the breed ring. So Temmie is a working line Border Collie. The working line dogs have no standard appearance. In England, Scotland, Wales, and Europe, there's nothing standardized about their appearance. They can be big, little, multicolored, it doesn't matter. All that they care about is the dog's working ability.
And Border Collies are workaholics. The working line Border Collies are bred primarily to perform a task. And one of their favorite assignments,
throw it to you,
herding livestock.
I do sheep herding with him. He works a lot. He's got all his obedience titles. He works in agility, and we're working on the highest level tracking title for him.
Working border collies like Temmie here can take direction by voice or with a whistle.
Lay down. Good boy, come on. Lay down. Good boy, come on.
And to get a herding job done, you need a dog with lots of energy and excitement, something this breed is known for. So you would not recommend that you bring this in as the family dog if you're not going to exercise, have agility, and do all of the other things that you just require, don't you? Yes.
Absolutely. Again, there's a lot of border collies that come into rescue for a reason that a lot of these really heavy-duty working dogs go into rescue. People want them because they think they're really smart, but then they don't do anything with them. So if you don't engage their brain, if you don't give them jobs to do, and that doesn't mean just going out and throwing a ball for them for 5 minutes. They can be really destructive. They can end up with a lot of OCD behaviors.
That could be why you see these dogs in a lot of dog agility competitions. They are fast and can dominate. Fact or fallacy? The border collies are the most intelligent. Really?
Depends on what you call intelligence. They learn very quickly. There's a saying with agility people, if you show the dog how to do it wrong once on equipment, you'll be doomed forever, because that's how they learn it. So they learn very quickly. They also have a lot of weird issues. They can be sound sensitive. They can be prey driven. They can, like the Malinois, they can go after prey. They can be kind of loosey-goosey in the brain, you know. So it's not just that they're brilliant, all of them, etc. A lot of them require a tremendous amount of work. Again, they need a job. They're definitely not a homeowner dog.
Border Collie is definitely a task-driven breed, and owners need to be ready to work these dogs themselves.
He and I train a lot.
So this is a true partnership between you and your dog.
Yeah.
And you know, he's sitting here and I'm just relaxing him, or maybe he's relaxing me, I'm not quite sure. But this is not typical of him, right? He'll like this only for so long.
Right, so he's fine here. He's extremely obedient. We work on that. He always has been. I've been very fortunate with him. But at some point he's going to go, yeah, I'm done with this, what are we doing, okay? And then it's not that he can't stay in this position, and he might need to. If you're working livestock, he might need to lay there for a long period of time. But you've got to engage that brain.
Coming up next on our Dr. Dog segment, where you can find out what to do if you think your furry friend has a temperature. Stay tuned. Ciao, amici! It's time for Carnevale de Cani, Top Dog 2017. Benefiting Dante's Den is the Carnival of Dogs. Join us at the Francis for an evening of great food and fun as dogs compete for the title of Best Dressed, Best Hair, Best Kiss, and Best Singer. Top Dog is a party for dog lovers and their four-legged best friends. Come celebrate our favorite pets at Top Dog 2017, Saturday, February 4th at 6:30 p.m.
Two years ago, my son was born. Now he's running, playing, and learning to speak. When I look at him, I can't help but to see how free he is. I want my son to have the same freedom when he grows up. Protect our freedom of speech, not just for us, but for the future generations.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air,
your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
And now it's time to head to our trusted veterinarian, Dr. Ann Chauvet. She clues us in on what to do if you think your dog or cat may have a fever.
Now, it's pretty easy. However, slight little detail, I recommend you have a thermometer labeled dog or cat, because you check the temperature rectally and yours, well, not so much. So make sure the thermometer is well labeled. You can get temperature probe covers. All of this is available over the counter at your local pharmacy or drugstore. You're going to insert the thermometer rectally and measure the temperature like you would for anyone else in your family. Do not use an ear thermometer. They do not work in pets because of the anatomy of the ear. So rectal is the way it has to be. The faster the thermometer, the easier it is on you, so definitely measure that. Normal temperature for a dog and a cat is going to sit between roughly 100 degrees Fahrenheit to 102.8. Anything above that is considered a fever. If you see that at home in a pet that is resting, then you should be concerned. If you have a high temperature fever in a pet that is looking sick, you must bring your pet in and have it checked out by your vet.
Some great advice from the doc. We hope you had fun and learned a thing or two along the way. Zeus and I will be back here again next week with even more animals and some wild adventures. Until then, thanks for watching.
Stick your hand in there just to make sure, Michelle.
That's your job, Marcia.
Yeah, there you go.
The fact that I'm cross-eyed doesn't mean anything.
He looks old and tired.
He does look old, but definitely not tired.
He's not tired.
He gives me a heck of a time here. Yeah, they estimated him to be about 125, 130 years old.
My goodness.
He weighs in about as much as old as he is, so he's about 120 pounds, 125 pounds, give or take. Tail, while he walks, go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, hold his tail. And let him kind of pull a little bit. You'll see how strong he really is.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yes.
See what I mean?
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.